Guys, so today I want to talk about what you're going to be doing for class. First off, you do have a bell ringer. So the bell ringer actually kind of goes with, the activity we're talking about. And then, so the activity is your dream house, okay? And I'm going to go over that. Also, if you have not done this yet, you have reading to do. So I'm going to go over to the designing your home activity. So it's basically designing your dream house. Designing your dream home is the one thing that you can go all out on, okay? Personally, I always wanted a cabin, in the woods. I got pretty close. So I really, if you saw my video, I live in the middle of nowheres. It's not a cabin by any means. However, you still have to drive down this wooded lot area to get to my house. I have very few neighbors. So, I got pretty close to having what I wanted. So in this project, I want you, with no restrictions at all, to design your own home from the location to the roof. With this project, you can use whatever media you want to design your home. This means it can be done with a poster board to some other digital media like Lucid Press or something else that you find. Please just check with me before you're using it. So if you're using anything other than, all right, so if you're using anything other than poster board or Lucid Press, please talk to me before you do it. That way I just can kind of gauge what we're doing. Please check with me. Oh, I already said that. So some of the must-haves in this, you have to have a design for your living room, a design for your bathroom, a design for your kitchen / dining room area. If you want to make those two things separate, go for it. You have to have 2 bedroom designs at least. If you want to have a master bedroom, that counts as one, and then you have to have a spare room for the other. Your dream place to live in location. Now, it's very important that when you're picking your location, that you pick the appropriate outside design of the house. Okay? Like I kind of talked to you guys before. If I'm designing a home for upstate New York, I'm not going to pick a bungalow-styled house. All right, especially one that's meant to be on the coastal area. So make sure that you're picking a house design that is relevant to the area in which you want to live. Rough floor plan layout. Okay, so there is a big difference between a closed floor plan layout and an open floor plan layout. Very big difference. And that's actually something I'm trying to find a video currently that talks about that so that you guys can, excuse me, can kind of see why there would be differences here. 3 pictures for each mandatory room. And again, to have fun. So if you want to have a basketball court outside of your house, go for it. Baseball court, I don't care. You want to have a 2-story garage, go for it. Whatever extra stuff you want, I really don't care. Again, as a reminder, the sky's the limit for your dream home. Your poster can include magazine clippings, to amazing sketches done by you. Make sure that you do this, you read chapter 7. Okay? So you have to read chapter 7 first in order to understand some of the fundamentals for picking a house layout design. And again, you can always email me. Now I'm going to show you real quick how to use Lucid Press. So Lucid Press is this thing that if I go to my drive and I go to new and I go to Google Slides or past Google Slides and I go to more, there's going to be this little thing called Lucid Press. Now, some of you guys might not have it on there already. If you don't, then you have to go to connect to more apps. And once you are there, you can type in for the search app part, Lucid Press, and it should pop right up. Oh, I'm gonna have to look into this later. If you've never used SketchUp, it's actually a lot of fun. So we might have to look into that. All right, so I'm going to more, going to Lucid Press. Again, you might have to add it into your drive. So once I'm in Lucid Press, I can choose a template layout design. I'm going to tell you right now, you want to go to education right away, and you want to use, let's see if I can find it. Trying to find it. Hold on. It's not in here. Of course it's not. We'll just go undo. Watch, I'll find it now that I clicked out of education. Well, I probably could just search for it. Oh, wait a minute. Let me just go to posters. There we go. That's why. All right. So if you go to posters, it's under posters. And then you want to click, it's called the Earth Science Fair Project. The reason I'm going to say you want to use this one is because it gives you a really big poster board, for better lack of a word, to use. Now, how do you use Lucid Press? So Lucid Press is simply a click and play, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. So I just double click on something. If it's a text, I can just rewrite it. Over here, I can change my font, my color. I can play with all kinds of things over here. So that's one option. So I'm going to go here. Again, all this stuff I can change. If you're going to use Lucid Press, I do highly, excuse me, I can't spell my name apparently, do suggest you use, my dog just snored super loudly there in the background. I would suggest you use the, what's kind of already there, but definitely use this layout because it's just so much bigger. Again, it's all about click and play. For this one, I'm going to put location. All right, and that's the last thing I'm going to do for here. Now, for images, so let's say I want to replace this image. So if I click on the image, what would you call it? Border, I guess, comes up over here, just like if I was clicking on the words. And if I click on the image itself, I have images already in here. You probably don't. But one of the things you can do is you can actually go to Bing search and you can search your images location. And you can just do the searching from here. So I'm going to say cabin in the woods. And I don't think that house is attached to anything. You know what? I'm going to be a jerk and I'm going to pick that one. All right. So I can then click it and say add photo. And it's going to add it to my image manager. Hopefully I have enough room for it. Cool. So I'm going to click it and I'm going to click insert. And there you go. It inserted it right there. I can drag and drop all my images. So let's say I want my image to be this big. I'm going to click on some of these things and delete them. So let's say that's how big I want my image to be, right? Now I can customize my image however I want. The other thing I do want to point out is if I select my image, I can go over here to opacity or however you want to say it. And I can actually make this as light or dark as I want to, which that's fun to play with. So like if I wanted to make it that light and then put it behind like maybe the word location, you can totally do that. Oop. All right, just so I can show you what I mean. And it will resize the image for you when you do that. So I'm going to click on the image again. I'm going to change it to go a little lighter. There we go. And I'm actually going to change. Yaha. Oh, I want to get off of the image. There we go. Oh, I want the text, dude. Do that. I want the text. All right, I might have to change it. But basically, if I put it here in the background, I can go about, I can click on the location part, change it. I can also, if I click on this image, I can change the shadowing image. I can change the layout, whatever have you guys. So that's the cool thing with LucidPress is you can change it. And keep in mind that this whole poster is like a trifold poster size. So those trifolds are roughly 3 feet by 4 feet. Yeah, that sounds about right. They're roughly 3 feet by 4 feet high, or 3 feet high by 4 feet wide. So keep in mind that these images you're putting on here are going to be relatively big if I were to print this out. All right. But this is a digital option that you have. The other option is to actually take a piece of cardboard that you got laying around the house and plastering it quite literally with magazine clippings from, I don't know, does Better Home magazine still exist? Country Living, whatever magazine you got. But I want at least 3 images roughly for each one. So keep that in mind as you're going through this and creating this. And you do have to have these requirements, and the requirements are pretty simple. You got to have a living room design, a bathroom design, a kitchen dining room, 2 bedrooms, and your location and the outside of the house. Again, I want 3 pictures for each of these. The reason for that is I want to be able to see your living room in almost like a 360 manner. I want to be able to see your bathroom almost in a 360 manner. So figure you're taking a picture of these rooms as if you were doing it wall by wall. All right, that's what I'm kind of getting at when I say 3 pictures. But other than that, guys, this is a really simple project. I'm giving you a super long time to do this and complete this. And again, you can do it on LucidPress, you can do it physical, I don't care. If you do it physical, please take a snapshot picture of it and post it on here if you can. Or save it until hopefully we get back to school, which may or may not be the 29th. Who knows? So, other than that, that's all I have for you guys today. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to email me. And see you in the next video. Bye.